travelled to At Se Gat 4x4, situated 10 kilometers from Brits on the R511 towards Tabazimbi. In this adventure, we want to showcase a family SUV to prove any outdoor lover can appreciate this scenic breakaway. It's a rustic, scenic 4x4 destination, hidden in a valley on the banks of the Crocodile River. And yes, you do find crocs here. Wire get going again. The 80 gets dusted and hit the sick bay. Renowned for one of the terror tracks in South Africa, but truth being said, it actually is one of the destinations that offer all possible obstacle scenarios in one spot. There is a mountain route, an island route, and then there is a river route. Turning off the R511, you drive down into the valley between the river and the mountain. At Se Gat is renowned to be a terror trail, and trust me, it got hectic obstacles. The first sign to draw attention is the danger sign, beware of the crocodiles. At the reception, I meet up with Ati, the owner, and then I take a moment to browse the Crocodile River and take in the beauty surrounding me. And then I go down the camping area to set up my camp. With the fire going actively, night set upon me as Wire arrive and start setting up camp. His hotel takes a little longer than my quick pitch tent, so I braai and we settle in for the night. The next morning, after a good night's sleep, right next to the river, I curiously browse my surrounds. Across the river, the island route is calling. That's where we will venture through the thick sand later on today. A spotted back weaver is hard at work building his nest, looking for more building material. A crocodile rests in the water near the surface, underlining the notice boards as no joke. And then Anthony arrives. We greet and he set up his camp.
Ja, it's an Engelsman with a voetjie. I know, hard to believe. A well-used one.
Wire, as usual, is still in bed.
Useless.
Then our guest for the day, Fani, from Haval Rustenburg, arrive.
Yeah, I want to finish setting up. I just also just arrived now.
We're still waiting for Wire and I investigate.
What are you doing?
I'm taking a shower and a classy.
You remember the last bit behind the scenes? I would recommend a good bath.
Well, if I open this zip, you'll have big problems.
You left these in with me last night.
Eventually, you bring back my pants.
It doesn't look well in front of it.
No, they were too tight for me.
Getting pants in front of it.
But now look at the scars here. I mean, really. Huh? What did you do with my pants, man?
What happens in the tent stays in the tent.
Is that where I left it?
No,
you left them sit on cliff in the...
Hanging up the back of the door.
It was behind the
That's
door.
a comeback from your embarrassment here.
Hello.
Ja, it lives. My dierbare broer. Nee, alright.
Jy lekker nie op korrel geloop. Ja, settle.
The Haval is packed with luxury, technology and capability. If you would love to see a vehicle test on the Haval, let us know in the description below and we can try arranging just that. Its 6-option all-terrain control system gives you a choice between auto, 4-low, sport, sand, snow and mud. Its 2-liter direct injection engine is quite punchy with a rated power of 180 kilowatt, electronically foldable third-row seats. It even got an extinguisher and a handy removable toolbox fitted in the rear door. Meantime, and get lost in all the detail.
Yeah, this one is mine. Give her the second one.
And come on. No,
I'm here,
leave this alone now. We need to get going.
But I'm looking at the pretty.
No.
It's pretty. Wait,
Come
where
on,
my
man.
fingers? Wait.
We really need to get going.
This is how we start. This is how it all goes wrong.
Look, here's the map.
Where's our colleague?
He's also getting lost here. It's scary stuff. There's a map here stating all the nice stuff. We are situated here right now. Okay? This is about right there.
No, we're situated. There's a cookie.
Here's the pool. Here's the kroegie. Here's the camp.
Oh, you got a different.
Now you must look at that.
Yeah.
Listen to this guy.
How rude. Who is this rude person? Dude.
After Anthony got impressed with his lady car, the guys chat about this SUV. And then Anthony wraps it up.
It actually is shocking how nice it is inside there. And the leather is really good quality. Everything is really nice.
The price on this vehicle is affordable. Its affordability is really good. It's a product that really fits your pocket.
Now, here's the big question. Are you prepared to push the roll bit?
We're going to push it a bit today because at the end of the day, if it can't do what it's supposed to do, what we're doing with the 4x4.
So, gentlemen, let's go enjoy ourselves.
Let's do that. Right.
We start preparing our vehicles and I opt for 1.2 bar.
So, having done this trail before, and there's a lot of loose rock and a lot of rock, so I'm airing down a little bit more than what I would normally do. So I would normally run 1.2 bar on an average trail. Here I'm going down to a bar of tire pressure. So let's see if my plan works out.
We decide we will tackle the river route first.
At Se Gat, our first little obstacle of the day. I'm in front and we're going in. It's quite a steep drop in to this one, and you can see there's a rock there on the left hand side. We have to kind of avoid that rock, turn up the side, and you can see, you just see sky. And we're out. Nice little thing. Again, you don't hear any scratching or any scrapes. Nice little obstacle.
I follow Ant, and the ATN negotiate this obstacle with ease. Bayer next up in the Disco 3, and the Disco don't think much of this obstacle either.
Do you realize you need to go a little bit forward now?
I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll probably just go a little bit forward because my Nikes are stuck behind me there. Some precarious angles. Alright, let's see how the Haval White Princess does in this little obstacle. You can see from the angle that the cars are standing at, there are some steep inclines and declines. Let's go see how she goes. Pretty good leg room in front, and I'm 6'3.5", so all right.
Okay.
Enjoying the aircon. So far, so good. My concern on the Haval is the sills are probably the lowest point. So
That is the lowest point.
I beg your pardon. Now it looks like it's walking through this. Are you using any no hill descent or anything?
No hill descent.
Slightly to the right, I think, just to avoid the sill. That We're on the sill. So this car has no lift. This is the standard suspension on it, and we're over. Very nice. It's a lot more than I actually expected in a Haval, if I'm very honest with you. I'm very, very pleasantly surprised.
And then we proceed again with Ant leading the way. I follow, and you can see how the obstacle stretch the 80s suspension. With my descent, I cautiously move forward carefully, not to damage the front. Then wire follow with the Disco 3. The Disco 3 is able to raise its suspension, so no hassle here for this obstacle. Yes, funny. Let's see what this guy can do. Interesting, very soft, and I feel secure in the car, not buds at all. And I can feel some horses here.
And horses plagued.
So this thing actually tells you how much torque is, where and why. Yeah, quite nice, interesting.
It's like balancing weights, putting the balancing weights on. And there we had the 20-degree angle.
Okay, so you get the degrees as well.
22, 23, 24, 25,
20, okay.
6-degree angle.
I actually thought it's going to catch there in front, and it didn't. So
I went to the right to see to avoid it.
Of course, yes. My stuff. Funny, I'm not convinced yet, but I'm surprised. It was surprising. Why do you pack rocks there for?
It looks prettier this way.
Something tells me you want to go through there.
And just remember, this is in the heart of Black Mamba area, so careful with the rocks.
I think shot every black mamba that can exist on this farm. You're not going to find a mamba easy here.
Don't be surprised if you want.
Apparently they can stand up to 2.5 meters off the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Okay, that's patrol terrain.
Look, I've got bigger tires and a bit more clearance, so I'm going to push it a little bit.
You want to tease the terrain a bit.
I want to take the terrain and massage it.
Now, what size of tires I have?
Yours is a 31.5, I think.
Okay, so the 31s is going to show cruiser power against patrol today. I will do the same.
I have no doubt he will do this.
Oh, now you're scared.
I have no comeback. I'm dry. The well is empty.
We'll wait in front and pull them out.
And Anthony set off to tackle his newly found obstacle. The Patrol with its 35-inch tires and a 2-inch lift is not your standard 4x4 anymore. It clears the sump breakers with ease. As Ant line up the Patrol, it's quickly evident this obstacle will not be easy. And reposition the Patrol and line up again. With no traction on the left front and rear right tires, this obstacle seems to be impossible to cross. It's quickly evident that I need to assist Ant to be his eyes on the ground as this level 4 obstacle hang up the Patrol on its belly. We pack some rocks to give the wheels the necessary traction. We try the line on the left, but yep, that doesn't work out as well as we planned. Using the rock on the right, the patrol finds the traction needed to clear this level 4 obstacle. Eventually, success. Mission accomplished.
And is your car all right?
Yup, are you talking to me?
Yes, is the patrol all right?
Riders take all the impact, no damage.
Okay, great stuff. I'm gonna roll it.
And then it's my turn. The 80 got a big trump card that add to its off-road ability, and that is its huge wheel travel. I depend heavily on the suspension articulation capability, but yeah, the 31.5-inch tires don't help me much on this one as I bottom out on the belly.
Helping? Just wiggle it a bit so it can get the stone under your feet.
Obstacle like this prove the value of rock sliders fitted to our vehicles. It allows the vehicle to slide over the rock without damaging our vehicles.
Let me get some weight on here.
With the 80 stuck, it seems I'll need to make another plan as we are going nowhere.
Yes. Whoa. Stop right there. Stop right there. Now we put something in front and behind.
With too much throttle, I quickly clear the traction I so dearly need to clear this obstacle. With Ant digging in, packing more rocks, I see a path.
Nice, here's it. So
I'm going to go through here.
yeah, no, it's a better line. I'm just
Take it through here.
making provision for the slip factor.
Then I get Ant on his knees again.
I thought my song was ripped.
No.
I just get, whoa!
No.
Are you tired? Big boy. No. Can I go through now and get over and done with it?
That rocky felt, Joppie. That was actually Anthony that was right in front of your wheel.
I took it like a man though.
You took it like a man.
I didn't, I cried like a baby.
With Anthony tired, and that I had him on his knees already, it's time to go over this obstacle.
Keep it there. Keep it there. It's uncomfortable, a little right. No, that's not too much. Yeah. Okay, then come my way. There's a rock in the road, Jack, from this way. Hard.
With this obstacle cleared, it's time to cross the river to the island route. Gerard Swift joined up with us, and he kindly helped to save one of our cameramen from a crocodile attack by dropping Steph on the other side of the island. Anthony crossed without any issues. The Haval follow, and Fani pick a great line to cross with no hassles. I follow in the 80. The rock is loose in the river as it rolls around as your vehicle drives over it, and then weir in the Disco 3. I sense that Weir is getting in a racy mood. In sand like this, tire pressure is key, And secondly, momentum. The island is home of very thick, soft sand. For terrain like this, one needs to ensure the correct tire pressures and good momentum. We recommend tire pressures of 0.8 bar for sand driving. When you get stuck in sand, the first thing to do is to deflate your tires to give your wheel a bigger footprint for better traction.
Doing all right there?
Okay, thanks.
You got a spanker first.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it's the patrol we're waiting for.
Love you a long time. So yeah, we're going through the bushes and forest.
Was that a hectic one there, Ant, or what?
Yeah, it's sort of right angles to the path because we need to avoid this mud hole. Ati warned me about this mud hole next to me. Said don't do it, you're going to get stuck. So you got to go up the embankment. You need to give it a bit of fit, eh? I just underestimated the fit necessary.
It got a 23-degree departure angle, a 28-degree approach angle, and a 23-degree ram brake over angle. The clearance in standard trim proved to be the Haval's only drawback today. With a patrol that needed a rollback on this obstacle, I find it amazing that the Haval could reach the crest. With a little pull, it's clear, with no hassle at all. Gerard, with his Hilux, decided to clear a bit more path. But the nasty incline and loose sand force a rollback. Then a lot of throttle convince otherwise. With far too little momentum, the sand takes a grip on the 80. Forced to line up correctly and a lot more throttle, the 80 clear this one. And then, players show us how. With the Disco being the only vehicle not taking a rollback.
Okay, so the only vehicle that didn't have to reverse and roll back on this obstacle was...
That's the story.
Yeah. Okay, we just had one attempt, but yeah, okay. I enjoy it, I must say.
I wonder who cleared the path for that vehicle.
Come, listen to Yapi. Who cleared the path? Do you know what happens with sand? Everybody puts some deep holes in the sand, and then who goes through? The last guy never goes through. But the last guy was the only one that went through. The Land Rover.
With Weyer in a happy place, we proceed further into the island.
And not too far yet.
I'm close by. There's another one of those climbs up a sandbank, which I did first time round.
At this obstacle, there is a nasty route that grabs the front wheels and pushes your vehicle towards the river. Fani do a great job as he negotiates the Haval through this nasty incline. The 80 next, and Weyer lines up in his playful mood. And Weyer nearly gets more than what he bargained for. As we proceed up the riverbed, Anthony signals a terrible sign over the two-way radio. He is in deep trouble.
It was a very hot day today, and I was very careful. I took electrolytes and lots of water, and
It's 37 degrees.
I just I started getting a headache, took some more water, and then the headache just didn't stop. And I took some pillikis. Now my head is really bad, like I want to vomit bad. So I'm pulling the plug for today. I'm gonna go and cool off and lie down, just rest. But we're having a good day. I'm just broken. I must be careful.
As Fani with our Haval accompanies and back to the camp, the rest of us negotiate the next obstacle. Gerard battle the incline with its loose sand and a hidden rock on the riverbank we try to exit. With the correct power application, the Hilux make it to the top.
Yes, yes.
With proper momentum and the right line, the 80 go through easily. Then Bayer gets to roll back, and I get my opportunity to pinch back. So this time round, the only car that didn't roll back was?
The one without all the electronics. It just shows you. Check your instrument panel. Make sure all those funny things are off. Stupid faults.
With the temperature playing around 40 degrees and the sun dishing us a beating, we opt for the safety of our camp. While driving back to camp, I reflect on the Haval's performance today. And it strikes me that the Haval with standard road tires and no body lift performed alongside our tough vehicles today. For that, I have to commend the Haval as a 4x4 sturdy luxury SUV that leaves an impressive memory. At Se Gat is not that scary at all. Preferably a 2-inch lift and you will have a lot of fun here. But normal vehicles, if you don't tackle the unnecessary stuff, you will also have a ball here. Very concerned about Anthony, I rush over to check up on him. You're right. Okay, you rest, Giant. Okay. Okay, we will see you later. While Ant recovers, we get our campfire going and start to prepare for our lazy chicken braai for the evening.
Have you ever seen that?
Never, that's one thing.
Well, we tried it the last shoot, and I'll tell you what, came out brilliant. Without foil.
No foil. The one
No
that was
foil.
in foil wasn't so good. The ones that was right in the fire was sweeter.
With Ant still in recovery, Adele stands in to prepare their chicken dish.
In my failed state,
That looks good.
that's my wife's chicken attempt.
Yeah.
Came out bloody nice.
Yeah.
We still have to eat it,
Put the
but
light
it looks
on again.
awesome.
Oh,
There we
doesn't that
go.
look good?
Look at that.
Oh, that looks good.
Okay, I think mine is also ready.
Because yours is already cooked.
No. I cooked it, yeah.
I think you're conning us.
You bought a chicken at the shop,
Look
didn't
at
you?
it.
You don't.
You bought a Woolies chicken,
Why
didn't
would
you?
I do that?
Yeah, why would
Because
it looks like 2 chickens though.
Nicole, how many layers have I here? It feels like Christmas. I keep on opening it and opening it and
Yeah, they're
opening
cooked
it.
chickens.
And it's got our Worcester sauce spice on there. Look at it.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
tell
they're
me it's a
pre-cooked.
Woolies
Yeah,
chicken.
those are definitely pre-cooked chickens.
How do you get to that?
Because I can see there's no juices. It should be flowing with fat and oil, and there's none. Sorry.
This
I
is a
want to put my
typical
vegetables
salad that you can actually...
Okay, but I want to put my vegetables on. Can I put my veggies on here?
Vegetables.
I also got a
we
pack
don't
of
have
foil. Come on,
It's got full of steak.
You're
That-
on my grid.
That
while you
is
guys
not
are
a
waffling
chicken.
on, I'm going to go
That
and
is
eat
not
my
a chicken.
Okay.
That is not a
that?
chicken, Joppie.
but it is. This is good chicken.
Chicken wings.
Okay, put it on.
Chicken strips.
Joppie, you can put your meat on.
Where's the light? Nothing beat.
Okay, so your chicken just magically transformed into
Now you must have a good look.
kettle,
That's what it looked like.
into a steak. This is actually not a salad.
Frankly,
This
I
is
love
real.
my salad.
This is real meat. Whose idea was it to use chicken?
Somebody that's on a diet.
Hey, I can hear you.
Now, wait. Yourself flavor. You must actually taste the bomba, but
So the best chicken of the day was me, happy with my steak.
Oh well.
The next morning, eager to get going, with coffee in hand, Ant and I decide our next move.
Are you awake?
I'm getting there.
I'm awake.
You've been awake for a while now.
But I'm awake. I can see you're awake. The cameraman's awake. My wife's awake. Who else is left? Oh,
Someone else is not awake. But have you noticed that this is a trend?
let's not be unkind, but you're right.
Waiting for Vaya, Ant and myself set off for a ride. We bundu bash all along the bank of the river. At Se Gat offers beautiful scenery and lovely terrain where you can explore the limits of your vehicle. Then we take a water break and use this opportunity to take in the beauty that surrounds us.
Cheers, guys.
you know what is nice? Having a good location with good company. Can't beat it.
I'll let you know when I have that.
We explore further, all along the side of a picnic spot, within reach of a standard family sedan vehicle. And then we reach a swampy area, ideal playing ground for the moment. The temptation is too big, and I have to get some mud on the wheels.
Thorn in the flesh.
That sounds like Vaya.
Vaya. We used to have a co-presenter. His name was Vaya Botna.
What do you think happened?
We saw him get up this morning. He was late.
Very late.
We agreed on 8 o'clock. I think 9 a.m. his little face peeked out of the
Was it that
veil.
late?
Around then.
No, maybe.
So, but anyway. So
You
we're
think
here.
he's still alive? This
I
is
think
a
he-
concern because there is croc here.
I did see him near the water. Not a big croc I've seen here. Like two.
Okay, but did you see Vaya at the water or did you see the croc at the water?
I've seen both at the water. When a croc takes you,
Possibility.
it's rough, man. We might need to find him.
I think
Do you want the Disco 3 or the Disco 4?
I'll go for the 3.
Can I have the caravan?
Yeah, I think so. And guess who's here?
Damn it, no caravan.
Yeah, no disco.
I'm really glad he's okay though.
Is this the time to arrive?
We were honestly depressed. We thought you got eaten by a crocodile.
I picked the disco and he picked the caravan.
Yeah.
No, we were just thinking of your best interest. I was going to look after it.
The crocodile won't eat me. I don't think I taste
Where, what
so
time
well.
is it?
It's early.
Good day.
Early.
Well, I don't know one either.
Alright, where you
Why do we need time?
It's just a number.
You just in time,
Time
that
is just a number.
we can go through mud I already went through, so you missed out on that.
Okay, so I can pull you guys out. Let me just put my vehicle in the right spot for you.
He's such a good mate. Really, he's a
Yeah,
friend. He's a friend above friends. His willingness. His timekeeping is really bad. Vaya, don't you want to go and check the obstacle before you drive through it? Yapi and I have done it already.
Yes, I'm on my way. I have a look at it quickly. Looks like you guys got stuck here.
What happens on the trail stays on the trail. We've had this conversation.
Well, that's what I want to check out quickly.
With Weyer investigating, the temptation is too big for Ant.
You bugger! Vader? Are you still there?
Look at the mess here now. Now everybody's going to get stuck.
So guys, we're heading back for breakfast.
Then the cars get sprayed down, and someone claims innocence spraying me down too.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to get you. Sorry, it's the pointy. It's this thing, it's cute.
Okay, but no, that
Oh,
way.
sorry.
Alright, I'll do it myself.
And then I get my revenge.
Are you ready?
Is it straight? We need it straight there.
So if you have a mud experience at least there's a place where you can wash it all off, because it's clay and it dries hard, especially in this very hot weather.
In the camp we prepare brunch.
At Villa de Yapi.
Villa de Yapi.
Worsie.
It's not Villa Yapi, it's Villa de Yapi.
That's what I said.
Being the villa. The trick with wars is you shouldn't kill the wars. It should be soppy. And then it's lekker. And if you take a piece of bread, I'll just take a small piece and I'll show you what is the best of this whole pan. It's that sauce. There. That, ladies and gentlemen, is probably the best piece of food you can find. See that? You see that? Mm-hmm. It's lovely stuff.
That sounds.
Doesn't it smell fantastic?
It's not scratch and sniff TV.
After a tasty brunch we set off to the mountain. We want to view At Se Gat from the top of the hill. The road up the hill does not offer much traction, as it's very dry and the surface is covered with dust and small rock. From the top we get a look over the valley, and I glance back and see something worth investigating. It's a rocky obstacle with minimal traction, with rocks flying, a steep incline, and the sun beating down on the crew. The 80 take real beating in this obstacle. I call for an anchor point as I opt for the winch.
I got a winch and I'm going to use it.
Unstuck, it's time to get off the mountain and cool down in the swimming pool. In the next episode, we visit Gat 4x4, where we attempt a level 5 obstacle called the Noda Boda.
All I can tell you is I'm very proud of my buddies. We worked extremely hard.
Subscribe.
But I want you
Subscribe.
to remember that we are really doing what we're enjoying, but it's hard work.
Tell us what you think, venues you'd like to see, places you'd like us to go. We're doing a lot of things in Gauteng because in the northwest, because that's where our area is, but maybe you've got a great venue and you want to make a recommendation. Comment, write something down here in the comments.
Just don't ask us to do something you like to see. We're going to give you an honest opinion. What's going to happen is going to happen. We do whatever happens. Even get wet when we shouldn't get wet.
Oh, yeah.
Family show.
To you, the subscribers, we love you lots.